I never expected this from my wife. She's betraying my son, and I saw it. He doesn't know. If he finds out, my son, whose heart is fragile and has survived 2 heart attacks, could die. I can't tell him. I can't let him suffer. And yet, it's happening right in front of my eyes. This story is based on true events. Names have been changed. Margaret was an elderly woman, quiet, soft-spoken, a woman who had spent most of her life protecting her only son, Michael. Michael had survived 2 heart attacks. The doctors warned him, no stress, no shock, no emotional damage. Margaret carried these words in her heart like a heavy stone. She lived with Michael, his wife Samantha, and their 2 little children. For many years, Margaret believed their home was peaceful, safe, stable. But one evening, everything changed. Samantha was late, much later than usual. The house was quiet. The children were asleep. Michael was in the living room, resting. He said, "She must be busy at work, Mom." "Don't worry." But Margaret felt something unsettling. She stood at the window, watching the empty street, feeling her heart pound. Then she saw headlights. A small black car, a car she had never seen before. It slowed down, stopped right in front of the house. Margaret froze. The driver's door opened. A man stepped out, young, tall, confident. His name was Eric. Then the passenger door opened. Samantha stepped out, smiling, laughing. Margaret's heart dropped. Eric walked closer to her. Too close. He grabbed her by the waist. Then he kissed her. Not a friendly kiss. A long, deep kiss. A kiss full of desire. Margaret pressed her trembling hand to her chest. She felt dizzy. She felt sick. After a long moment, Samantha finally walked toward the house. Calm, relaxed, guiltless. She opened the door and said, "Hey, I'm home. Sorry I'm late. Traffic was awful." She kissed her children. She hugged Michael. She smiled at Margaret like nothing had happened. Margaret said nothing. She forced a smile, then turned away so no one would see the tears in her eyes. She did not sleep that night. Days passed, then a week, then 2. The same black car came again. Always at night. Always when Michael was resting. Always when no one expected it. Each time, Samantha and Eric kissed beside the car. Sometimes they held hands. Sometimes they whispered into each other's ears. Sometimes Samantha laughed softly, as if she had no responsibility. At home. And each time, Margaret watched from the window. Silent. Broken. Helpless. She wanted to tell her son. She wanted to scream. To stop the betrayal. To protect her family. But then she remembered the doctor's words. No stress. Anything could be dangerous for his heart. If Michael learned the truth, his heart might fail again. He might not survive. So Margaret stayed silent. The pain grew. Her nights became longer. Her heart became weaker. But she hid everything behind a tired smile. Then came the night Margaret would never forget. Samantha was late again. Very late. Margaret tried to read. She tried to drink tea. She tried to calm her shaking hands. But nothing helped. Finally, she heard it. The sound of a car engine. The same familiar sound. The same black car. She slowly walked to the window. Her feet felt heavy. Her chest felt tight. She opened the curtain. And there it was. Samantha stepped out of the car. Eric followed her. They stood close. Too close. Samantha placed her hands on his chest. He wrapped his arms around her. They kissed again. Longer this time. More passionately. As if they had no fear. As if they had no shame. And for the first time, Samantha whispered something that Margaret could read on her lips. "I missed you." Margaret's heart shattered. Her legs gave out. A sharp pain tore through her body. She gasped for air. The room spun. The floor rushed toward her. She collapsed. Her body hit the ground with a heavy thud. She heard faint voices. Her grandchildren screaming. Michael calling her name. Then darkness. Margaret spent 3 days in the hospital. 3 days unconscious. 3 days when her family feared the worst. Michael never left her side. He held her hand. He whispered, "Mom, please come back. I need you." Samantha stayed too, pretending to be a caring, loyal wife. She cried fake tears. She hugged Michael. She touched Margaret's shoulder gently. Everything she did was a performance. But Margaret could not wake up. Her body was weak. Her heart was hurting, not from disease, but from betrayal. On the morning of the third day, Margaret's eyes slowly opened, a blur of light, the sound of machines, a cold room, a heavy silence. Then she saw faces. Michael, her son, his eyes were red. His smile was shaking. He whispered, "Mom, thank God you're awake." Next to him stood Samantha, calm, composed, perfectly acting her role. She leaned in and said in a soft voice, "Mom, are you okay? You scared us so much." Margaret looked at her, into her eyes that had lies, eyes full of secrets. Margaret's lips trembled. Her throat was dry. She could barely speak. She wanted to scream, "I know everything. I saw everything." But she looked at her son, his weak heart, his tired face, his fragile life. She swallowed the truth. She swallowed her pain. And in a quiet, barely audible voice, she whispered, "Yes, something like that." Samantha smiled with false relief. Michael kissed his mother's hand. But inside Margaret's heart, only one thought echoed. If I had died that night, maybe the pain would have ended. She turned her head away, closed her eyes, and let a silent tear fall down her cheek. The secret remained inside her, heavy, unspoken, and unbearably painful.